Welcome back to the Global Goals Studio. We're talking about business and the SDGs. Sanda Ojiambo, I have a question for you. This week, more than 1,000 CEOs from companies in more than 100 countries showed their support for the UN by signing onto a pledge for renewed global cooperation. Can you talk to us, what does that mean for how these companies do business and how they're going to do business moving forward? Also, how the public sector needs to partner on these goals.
Thanks, and it was truly a monumental and eventful moment. I was pleased on behalf of the Global Compact to present the statement of support from actually about 1,200 CEOs representing 100 countries and representing companies that are both large companies as well as small and medium enterprises. And it was truly a support for multilateralism, which is again the theme of the UN at 75. This is important because at a time when, specifically as illustrated through COVID-19, borders shutting have immense ramifications for a lot of things in the business sector. Not only have people been able to move, not been able to move freely across borders, supply chains have been disrupted, the acquisition of goods and services across borders has been interrupted. This has had immense impact on businesses around the world. But I think more importantly, it's not so much about what has happened, but what should the future look like? And what do we desire as the Global Compact and our businesses for the world that we want and for the humanity that we want? And it's one where together we realize that the types of partnerships that we can build across borders, across business sectors, and really focused on what we call our 10 principles, which include the respect for rights, the respect for the environment, and the respect for anti-corruption, also anchored on the SDGs, can drive business forward. So the statement really talked about the need to respect rights, to ensure that there's anti-corruption practices in place, and also to really support a multilateral system of doing business and engagement was really what this statement was about.
Charlotte, Kirby, one of the biggest challenges for businesses as they engage with the SDGs is about measurement, how to judge if they're on the right track, helping to achieve the SDGs. I'd love to play you something that Brian Moynihan, the CEO of Bank of America, said this week about how they're helping clients to develop these kinds of metrics to assist companies and potential investors. So let's see if we can take a listen to that and discuss it on the other side.
What we're hoping to achieve with this is saying this isn't a binary invest, don't invest. Think about having 10 companies in an industry, being able to see consistent metrics across all of them. The ones at the top who are doing the right thing and making progress in whatever goals they set should be lended to, should be invested in, and should be encouraged to keep going. That's the carrot part. The ones at the bottom who either haven't disclosed or have disclosed and aren't making progress, people should ask them, when are you going to make the progress? Because at the end of the day, what these metrics represent is the progress that society wants companies to make in order to help meet the goals of society. So that clarity and that metric, that setting, it has a benefit to companies because they know what to disclose and how to disclose it, but also has a benefit to lenders like ourselves. We can then use it and say, look on those metrics, you don't have to be number one, you just have to be doing something and making good progress in accordance with your goals. Then we can stay with you and help you make that transition happen.
Charlotte, Kirby, Salesforce is something of a standard when it comes to businesses pursuing both profit and purpose. Can you tell us how you've built that into the business model and what metrics Salesforce uses to track progress?
So for Salesforce, it's part of our culture, doing well by doing good. Mark Benioff, our CEO, has made the statement, the business of business is improving the state of the world. And we truly believe that. That is in all that we do. And I think that that's reflected in not only our shareholder value, but also our stakeholder value. The business of doing good actually returns value for all of the communities that they live and serve in. To follow on from what Brian was saying, the Sustainable Development Goals, there is a $12 trillion opportunity associated with achieving those goals. So creating that balance between humankind, between the environment and economic return is not only good economic value, but it is good value for every part of the community that organization touches. It's the right thing to do, both economically and socially. And from day one, Mark Benioff recognized that. And I think that that is the key thing. If you have an organization that is led with those values and that is led from the top with those values and filters down every element of the organization through its business cases, through its employee contracts, through its methodologies of operation, then that truly is a transformative business model. And we get a lot of people say, yes, but do you really mean it? Ask every one of our 50,000 employees, do we really mean it? And yes, they do. They are proud to work for an organization that measures itself just as much as by doing well as by doing good. And so I think that the opportunity that we have as businesses in pursuing the Sustainable Development Goals and ensuring that their achievement actually is one of pure opportunity for all. It's opportunity for society, it's opportunity for business, it's opportunity for the climate, it's opportunity for youth of tomorrow, but it's also the one sure way that business has of succeeding into the future and of staying relevant, because the consumers are actually demanding it now.
Right. That's a great point. Stay with us. We're going to take another short break. You're watching the Global Goals Studio.